Hey Mike, this is Christian here to take down your 618, and we'll go ahead and get started on it. I believe you had said you had some slipping issues. If I remember right, you also had no reverse. So we'll get into it and see what we got going on here. First off, let's take a little weight off here. Getting some things off. Hopefully you can see just fine. I may have to adjust you some. We'll make sure you see the transmission more than me. I may get in the way at some point because sometimes I see up in there. Hopefully you can hear me okay. The green light says it's on. Getting some of this heavy stuff out of the way because it's a heavy transmission, and it's a lot easier to move it around. Let's take this overdrive section off. It's one heavy part. It's an 11 millimeter socket. For 11 millimeter bolts. These are just brackets that you probably had some wiring, a wiring harness hooked up to. Put that over to the side. Cleaning the rest of these bolts out. One more. Sometimes they're kind of hard to get to, but so that's the way the design is. Two more. Loosen them up with a wrench. I'll get this off too, so I don't break it. It's your output speed sensor. Just try to get to these first. Might have to put them up when it's in. So I can see really good. Whew. So I had a lot of water in there too. All right, let it drain down a little bit. Doing is taking this off so that way we don't break it. Believe me, I have broken these many times by leaving them on in the past. So I don't put them on. I take them off. Don't put them on until I'm done. This one, and they're just plastic. You can see it's a speed sensor, or not? Yeah, the output speed sensor, and They hardly ever go bad. Sometimes they go bad, but this, and it's just a piece of plastic. All right, I'm gonna have to wrench these out because they are in there where it's hard to get my gun in. So it might take me a little bit longer to get these two bottom ones out. It's okay. Not everything's going to be easy. Especially when it comes to any transmission. Sometimes you don't have this mounting area set so far down where you can get your socket and everything in there. But I'm kind of glad we turned it up, got some of this fluid out, and see there was a lot of water in it. Like you said, it was sitting for a while, so I'm sure it got a lot of water in from that. 11mm bolt, got one more, then we can take this off. It's hot out here, even though I got the AC on. Get hot anyway. You think you got it loose, you can do it with your finger. Alrighty. Should be all of them. Let's turn it back on its belly here and get this off. Just kind of knock on it. Get your screwdriver, kind of pry it out. There you go. It mostly sticks on the this gasket here, and also there's a rod here. If you can see that here, that's for your part. It sticks on that sometimes. So right now, this is your overdrive section. I'm going to set this to the side and we're going to get into it last. This is a piston. It's a good example to show you a piston. I'll show you all the pistons, but this one here, you can see all the pistons that you'll see in your transmissions have lip seals. I don't know if you see that kind of cut. It's a lip seal. Some of them have square cuts, some of them have D cuts. Most of them have the lip seals on them. That comes in your kit. Like I said, you're going to hear me say kit a bunch of times because a lot of things come in your kit. That comes in your kit. As a matter of fact, this little blue, if you could see it right there, there's a little blue O-ring there. That comes in the kit too. It's a seal for keep it from leaking. So that comes in your kit. Put this over to the side. Now let's go ahead and flip her on its back. Get the belly open. Get the valve body off. Filter and your valve body. Take your pan out. 13mm bolts. Hold your pan on. You can still see. And bolts. Pan a little bit of a hit. Get it off because it sticks on the gasket over time. Train it out a little bit. Alrighty. I don't know if you've had this off before or not, but there is a lot of metal in there. A lot of chunks of little round up metal. Hopefully that comes out of your torque converter. In most transmissions it does, but we'll see here in a few and make sure everything else is okay. Here's your gasket that will get cleaned off, scraped off, and get replaced, and that gasket comes in your kit. Let's go ahead and get your filter and your valve body off here. And it's usually like a little 25. Of course, I don't have my readers. I wear readers now, so it's just 2 bolts that hold your 2 long bolts here that hold your filter in. That's your filter. It's got a lot of metal on it, metal inside of it, burnt fluid. It'll get replaced. That don't come in your kit. That's separate from your kit. But we'll just throw that away because you're going to get a new one. We're going to check this here real quick. This little thing here is an accumulator. What it does is it helps soften the shifts up. Sometimes this spring breaks. So we want to make sure we check it, because if it's broken, then we'll have to get another one. And it is not. It is just fine. This is the cover to it. This is the piston that applies the spring. So that is fine. We'll set it over to the side, clean it up, and go ahead and get the rest of your valve body off. So that's good. It's not broken. It's got a tougher spring in it. Sometimes they come with a real thin spring, and that's why they break. Right, your valve body bolts, they are 11s also. 7/16. If you go by metric, if you go by American, it just jiggles off just like that and comes off. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. This is another accumulator spring. This is so heavy it never really breaks. We can put that over there. Okay, this is your selector here. Okay, what was in it was this spring and check ball. Okay, let me get my glasses over here and make sure you're not going to need another valve body. It looks like it just popped out. Let's just make sure it just popped out, and you're not going to need a valve body. It's not broken in that area. It's rare that it happens, but it happens. So that's in there. So all I will need to do is to put that spring back in. There's a check ball. I see it down in your case there that just popped out. Spring and check ball, put those back in and it'll be fine. This valve body will be completely gone through. Other springs will be taken out and replaced because that's what's in your kit. Your kit always comes with updates, so I'm going to update your valve body. And this is your solenoid pack. Remember, this was this stuck out of the transmission. That's what I was showing you, and that's part of your solenoid pack. And this is your 2-shift solenoid, your 3rd gear, and your governor. Now, the reason why you change these, because unlike other transmissions or Ford or Chevys, these are open-faced solenoids, okay? Meaning that they're not closed off. And if you see, all solenoids are magnetized, okay? It's got a ton of metal in these. And no matter how much you clean it up, they just don't work. So about the only thing you can do is just replace them, unfortunately. If it wasn't for them being open face, usually they would have, like, see all this plastic here. In other transmissions, if you see solenoids, they'll be covered with seals and also, you know, some metal that covers it up. But these are open-faced, what you would call open-faced, whatever you want to call it, solenoids. So we'll get those replaced. And that's part of the wiring harness. It gets replaced too. So we're going to set it to the side, let it drain out. So that way when I go to build it, it'll be drained out a little bit. Okay. So we're going to set this to the side too. Have some more room here. This is a small tear down bench. This here, you can see some of the components here in your transmission sun shell. This is your direct drum. This is your band. This is your band struts. There's a band strut there, reverse band. We'll be getting all of it out next. First, what we need to do is get this pin out. And that pin is right here. That's for your band. That's your intermediate band pin, band strut. People call it different things. And it's 3/4 or 19 millimeters that takes it out. And that's what you use to adjust the band also. And then this pin, you just unscrew it out like this. And I know people, this is just, it's mainly for the builder to adjust the band, or whoever puts it together to adjust the band. I know a lot of people in the past, or you may hear people say, can you adjust my bands and stuff? Yeah, you can adjust your bands. The problem is that your band wears out. And as it wears out over time, the more and more you adjust it, it goes down to metal. And that band will eat into your drums and things. So if you keep doing that, like I said, over time, you not only have to replace your band, you got to replace your drums also. So if you have a transmission issue, it's better just to get it taken care of instead of trying to adjust things. Alrighty, now let's get this pump out. Got a special tool for it. Just a pump puller. Just tighten it on there. And it may stick a little bit because you've got a gasket and you've got an O-ring that over time, you know, they swell up, get hot, things like that. So let's get it tightened up here. Sorry if I'm in your way, but I'm just tightening these bolts up. That's around your stator area. This one up front is your input shaft. So what it does is it wraps around the stator of the pump, and you screw it down onto the input shaft and pulls your pump out. Sometimes they're easy to come out. Sometimes they are hard to come out. We'll see what we're going to get into today with. So far it's coming out. Not sure if we can see that. So I'm going to get you a little closer here. Try to get you as close as I can so you can see some stuff. You don't need to see me. Now that pump's just pulling out of there. Then you can just take it, just yank it. Then we're going to get this back off, this tool here. Put it back up. Use it for the next time I need it. All right. This is your pump. We'll get over to it next. Pump. We got 13mm bolts that holds it together. There's your gasket right here that I'm tearing off. You'll get a new gasket. There's an O-ring right there that comes in your kit. Your gasket comes in your kit. Here's some sealing rings here. Metal sealing rings that also come in the kit. And also your front seal, that seal right there comes in the kit. And there's a bushing inside here. I'll show you. Let me get this apart and I'll show you. We'll change it also. So get it down a little bit more here. I'm on. There we go. Just little bolts there. Put these over here in the basket to get cleaned. This will all be cleaned here. This is your pump stator area. And it's fine. It's not eating there, nothing like that. And also you check in here. There's bushings right there. That's a bushing. Get replaced. Here's your pump body with your gears in it. You want to take them out and check them. Most of the time these are just fine. That's what your gears look like. And see how they're rounded? They're hard to get lined up. The only way you can line, that's why I asked for pretty much everybody's pump or their torque converter, is because it's easy to use the torque converter to line up the pump. That way when you go to put your pump in, you most of the time won't have any issues. So that's what the body looks like. You see that brass ring right here? Hopefully you can see it. That is a bushing, your pump bushing. That'll get replaced also. Alrighty, let's get this out. This is your direct drum. And this is your band that we was just talking about. Intermediate band, second gear. See how it's got lining on that? It wears out over time, just like, you know, your transmission is a wear and tear item, just like, you know, brakes, things like this. And what this is acts like a brake and stops that drum from moving. So if you keep tightening it up, it'll just wear down to the metal and then start eating into the drum. And then that's when you have to change drums, things like that. So this band will get replaced. You can see it's burnt. What it's supposed to look like was kind of like a real bright red color. Got a lot of metal on it also. So I'm going to throw this away and get you another one. Throw it in the box. I always put parts in a box just in case you want to see them. See all your old parts. Let's get this clutches out. This snap ring here, you can see that there. It's kind of wavy. What it is, it acts like a cushion when third gear comes in. It kind of helps soften the shifts a little bit. This is your clutch pack and steels. Those steels right here are dark black. They will get replaced. They come in your kit, same as your clutches. They're black. The clutches look like a real bright red color also. Sometimes you may see them and they look like a greenish color. Brand new, they look like greenish or reddish color. It just depends on who is the manufacturer that makes them. But it don't matter what color it is, they're made out of the same material, they're the same thing. But those steels and clutches will get replaced. That comes in your kit. This down in here, I'll be taking it apart when I go to build it. You see this aluminum piece here, just like the other one that I showed you, is a piston. That's what applies your clutches. I'll be taking the spring and piston setup out. There's O-rings or on this one it's lip seals, and that will get replaced. That's in your kit also. Oh, your band's not in your kit. That will be separate. Get it over here. Let's get your forward drum out here. This is your forward drum input shaft area, and it is broken. I don't know if you heard that sound, me wiggling on it, but I have to be a little careful here getting it out. See how black it is in there? It has definitely come apart. So yep. That drum is broken. See it wiggling. It's not supposed to wiggle like that. This is what's left of the clutches. They are pretty much down to metal, just about. That's what a clutch looks like when it's really worn out. This is your forward clutches, input clutches. This is what, as soon as you put it in drive, these apply. Steels. So your pressure plates are fine. We just clean those up. Put it all back together. Your drum here. Let's go ahead and get it apart. Be a little careful here. This one is just held in by a snap ring. We'll go ahead and get it, try to get it apart in front of you here, and if we can. That piston is really stuck in there. We can try to show you what's going on here. A lot of metal. That plastic piece that helps hold this in is broken. And that's what's getting in my way here, trying to get it out. hopefully, like for you to just see it, like for people to see what's going on. Mostly if we can get it out. This is a plastic piece there. What it does is on this setup here, it's kind of a different setup. It's got a wave plate instead of spring on it. And that plastic under there has broken. There's a snap ring that holds it in that I'm trying to get apart. I may have to get something later to get that apart. I was hoping to get it out and show everything to you. There's a piston there. It's not supposed to do that. So, sorry, I can't get that out for you right now. Here's some washers. They're steel washers. They're always usually in good shape. I'll set these over here. There's a snap ring right here that holds your first planet on. Makes a special kind of plier like this. Snap ring plier. I guess you call it special, but it's just the ordinary snap ring. Just pops off. That's what it looks like. Believe it or not, that comes in your kit too. So that you'll get you a new snap ring. The reason why they put them in the kits is because they're kind of thin-walled and can break over time. And this is your front planet, and it's just fine. Some splines there that fits into the output shaft. That's part of your output shaft we'll be getting out. That is fine. This is your ring gear. You've got a ring gear set up. You can see it's black along here, but I can clean that up really good. That's from where the forward clutch is rolled on and burn up. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's not broken or anything. It's just discolored. It just needs to be cleaned up real good. That is your front ring gear and planetary setup. Set it to the side. Next thing is your sun shell. And it's got a washer also. You're going to see washers in between your hard parts and your gears. They ride on, and they're just fine. It's your sun gear. This is your input side, output side. This is the sun shell itself, and it is just fine. Big old hunk, really thick hunk piece of steel there that really they do go out, but that one is just fine. And we've got this is your rear planet setup, and it is just fine too. Like I said, I don't really expect a lot of this stuff to go out. I am surprised with that drum. That drum does burn up. It's not uncommon, but for it to bust out like it did, and we'll have to replace the drum. It's a little uncommon, but we'll get it taken care of. Let's get this shaft out. First, let's get this. That's your rear ring gear. It's also got a washer on it. It's just a flat face washer. It is fine. It goes over, it fits over like that. Now, what we're going to do is, if you could see down in there, this washer here, this is a plastic washer that is melted. I know it's probably hard for you to see, so we're going to try to get that out. We may have to knock on it a little bit. There's a snap ring that holds this in, so I need to get it out so we can check your band and check this area here. but that washer is melted. It's just from where it got really hot. So we'll be replacing that washer. Most of the time it comes in your kit. Sometimes it don't, but they're not that expensive anyway. Only like a couple of dollars, if that. Sorry if I'm getting in your way. I try not to, but I gotta look down in here and see. We're gonna get this out. Let's try this snap ring. If you have to, we're gonna have to just break. We're probably going to anyway. I'm gonna have to just break that washer because it is just mushroomed so bad that I can't get any of my pliers down there to get it. So I'm gonna get a longer screwdriver here and just break it. It's gonna get replaced anyway, so it really don't matter. I'll show it to you once I get it out. There we go. Yeah, it's just a piece of plastic. It's a shim, basically what it is. And that'll get replaced. Get the rest of it out, or at least around the area where I can get a hold of the snap ring area. And this is not hurting anything else. I'm just tapping that to where it breaks this. And believe me, I've had to do this before. This sometimes happens. It's part of the. It's supposed to be a flat washer. Yeah, it's kind of mushroomed out. It's supposed to be real flat. Now let's see if we can get some snap ring pliers in here and get this out. We'll get lucky here if we're going to have to break some more of it. There we go. That's the snap ring that I was getting out. That covers that. This is fine. You get one in your kit anyway, but it's fine. We'll replace that. And here is the washer. Get it the rest of the way out here. It's a round piece. It's like I said, it's supposed to be real flat looking. You can see it's just melted and everything. So we'll get that replaced. Set that to the side for now. And see here. Make sure we get this out. Let's see. Let's get this out real quick. Let's get this other piece of the piston out on this side and see what we got working here. See why it's not wanting to just slide right out. Okay. It's 10 millimeter. 3/8. Tap this out or something. Bolts right there. See if we can get separated. Not. Like this is all not together too. Which means this has to be replaced. This section here. So it just does not want to come out. Let's get in here, tap on this. Really got hot back here. This thing got real hot. That's why I don't want to come out. Fortunately, it was more than just. Well, you happen to see me work today, but sometimes just don't want to come out, get overheated. It's coming very slowly. Oh, mercy. Top part here. little sugar. There we go. Come on now. Let's go from the other side. Let's see if we can get it out that way now. That piston just really stuck in there. Alright. Can't get it out like this. I might get a different tool to get it out. Oh man. It's really stuck in there. You can still see this is going. This end. Push it out this way. Right in here. Sorry you can't really see what I'm doing, but trying to get that piston out. Hopefully that is all that's wrong. Piston goes through the rear part of the case. Piston hub. It's been a long time since I've seen one do this. This is really heated up. I have to put it in the press. It's just so hot. All right, what's going on here? Let's flip it around and show you. The first piston we took out right here. This is where the piston fit into. There's a shaft, this right here, that goes through the case. And what it does is where we found that melted washer, it is actually melted itself onto the shaft. It's happened many times. It's been a long time since I've seen this, but this one really overheated. So what I'm going to have to do is get it inside a press and press this apart, and hopefully your everything else is fine, such as this drum here and your shaft and all that. And hopefully it's just this that needs to be replaced, because it is, I don't think your shaft is going to need to be replaced, but I won't know for sure until I get this pressed out of the case. So I will be back with you. I'm going to go ahead and send you this video so you know where I'm at on it. If you have any questions or anything like that, you can call me, send me a message or whatever. I'll get this done. I am going to get this apart, hopefully by the end of the day, if not tomorrow morning, because my press is in my other garage, so I'm going to have to get it. Look, I'll definitely get it out for you.